This video is brought to you by Rhino Shield. Welcome to part 4 of my desk setup guide series, where we explore all the essentials and inessentials necessary for achieving the most suitable, productive, and inspiring desk setup. In part 4, we talk about items and accessories that can be considered inessentials, yet those are things I would always incorporate into future builds. Be sure to watch the other parts of the series like desk setup apps and peripherals at the end of this video or in the description below. Let's warm up with a laptop dock or stand. If you're like me and don't usually use a desktop, a dock or stand is something to consider for a few reasons. Most often than not, I use my laptop in clamshell mode unless I require a dual side-by-side setup. I talk about various SBS setups in my dual monitor guide, which I'll link at the end of this video. When in clamshell mode, with the help of the dock, I can be sure my laptop takes as little desk space as possible while also staying elevated and less exposed to, let's say, accidental spills. Most standalone docks are adjustable to the thickness of the laptop, and some even allow to prop more than one device, like a laptop and a tablet, like I've done in past setups. A recent favorite of mine is the Balolo dock, which is fixed in place in the company's cockpit shelf system and practically floats, while also eliminating any chances of topping it over. I'll link some of my favorite examples in the description, like this one from Omoton. If you want to use your laptop's monitor at all times, a stand is a better choice since it elevates the laptop closer to your primary display while also lifting up from the tabletop. Again, this could be a standalone stand or something clever like this Balolo stand, which attaches and floats again. Either way, such solution also provides better cooling for the laptop. The next important inessential, if I can call it that at all, is a dock or docking station. With most laptops providing USB-C Thunderbolt support, you can normally use your monitor as a hub and power delivery system. If you decide to use a dual monitor setup, however, things get more complicated, and this is where a decent dock comes into place. With it, you can run just one cable to your laptop and connect all your monitors to it, while also enjoying the freedom of connecting a plethora of other devices. In my home setup, I use an OWC dock that provides power to my laptop, runs my displays and audio, and provides power to my desk phone charger and data connection to my Elgato Stream Deck. Not to mention that such a dock will allow you to connect multiple external hard drives when necessary and provide additional SD slots. USB-A ports are also something we all need at some point, so a dock has you covered as well. Usually, I try to place the dock fixed in place, since this way it won't move around when I want to insert or connect something. In the past, I kept my recent dock under the tabletop, which is a great way to hide all cables as well, yet now I've velcroed it under the shelf itself unit for higher access. If it's a vertical dock, then placing it next to your speakers is also a great option. By the way, if you end up enjoying this video, subscribe, because why not? If you don't require a dock, you'll most likely end up using at least for a hub, something to extend the ports of your computer or monitor. In one of my desk setups, I used a portable hub to provide a stereo jack to my non-equipped monitor, and in my recent budget setup, I used another hub to introduce much needed USB-A ports for the peripherals. Whichever the case may be, remember that such hubs are simple outlets and don't provide extra power. They just extend the ports, and depending on the hub, might reduce the speed of data-driven accessories like SSDs. This is one accessory I wouldn't cheap out on, and I wouldn't recommend hubs that are shaped around the laptop, as they're much less versatile. A hub with a dedicated cable is much better, despite being a bit less aesthetically pleasing. Next inessential is actually an essential for people who participate in a lot of meetings. I'm talking about a good, high-quality microphone. Whether you're creating YouTube videos, streaming on Twitch, or conducting video calls, having clear and crisp audio is essential for keeping your audience engaged. High-end mics are an investment that can last a long time and pays off tremendously by providing a great impact on the self-esteem, confidence, and persuasion. Audio always has better impact than video. A high-quality microphone can capture audio with more detail and less reverb and background noise. I'd recommend a dedicated mic like this Blue Yeti or something in that caliber, no matter if you are an employee or a C-level executive. It benefits everyone. Let's be honest, great audio quality beats potato video quality. Nice. Talking about impact, Rhino Shield's vast range of phone cases provide 360 degrees of impact protection while also seriously impacting your individuality. I personally love this solid suit for MagSafe model in white, customized with black camera ring and black buttons, giving me Tux vibes. Yes, aside from other customization options, Rhino Shield also allows you to choose the color of the buttons. Same reverse combo in black is another favorite of mine. On the front, I have the 3D impact screen protector in matte, which is silky smooth to the touch, but you can of course use standard and even privacy option. No matter if you go for the classic solid suit case or the Mod NX and Clear options, which provide tons of design choices, you can combine all of them with Rhino Shield's also endlessly customizable grips. With the grip, I get easy one-handed use and the ability to prop my phone any way I like. Click on the first link in the description below to grab your phone case and grip and take full advantage of Rhino Shield's special 20% off discount in the first week and 10% after. A footrest is an important essential in a desk setup because it can help you improve your posture and comfort while working. It alleviates that by allowing you to maintain a more natural and upright position and improves your circulation. This can help you reduce muscle strain and fatigue, allowing you to work for longer periods of time, plus it reduces discrepancies between the height of the desk and the armrests of your chair. If you have a chair with fixed armrests, you rely on the height of the chair for the optimal elbow position, and this is where the footrest compensates underneath. At my home setup, for example, I use casters, which increase the lowest height of the desk, which means I have to crank up my chair. To reduce the stress on my elevated leg position, I use a very basic but useful IKEA Legato footrest. Of course, you can go for something softer and fancier like this popular Amazon memory foam footstool choice. Swinging back to stands, a headphone stand is something to consider as well, as it positions the headphones perfectly in place, reducing the clutter on the desk, allowing a much cleaner tabletop look. If you have headphones that require charging, like the AirPods Max in my case, it comes in handy as well, since the charging cable can be routed and nested to stay in place, ready to be plugged in while the headphones are not being used. Talking about charging, I'm a huge fan of desk phone chargers. I find it the second most used charger after the one on my nightstand. I prefer those at an angle as they provide my desk with an ideal additional notification screen and a place to rest my phone, keeping it topped up and ready to go. I've used plenty of stands over the years, two of my favorites being the Nomad MagSafe stand and recently the Balolo MagSafe charger, which, like everything on this desk, floats. Another accessory I come to appreciate is a smart speaker. I use HomePods in both my offices, but it can be Google or Alexa, no matter. A smart speaker is a great desk setup companion since it can play chill vibes without disturbing your routine or workflow. An additional benefit is having the ability to ask for assistance like light control or weather information. In my home studio, I use the HomePods all the time to turn on and off various lighting equipment. Hey Siri, turn on lantern. Alternatively, I listen to podcasts and other stuff even if my laptop is not tethered to my desk. In one of my previous guide episodes, which I'll link in the description below, we talked about drawer units. If you have a cleaner desk with no drawer unit, then integrating a catch-all tray system is worth considering. Catch-all trays are great for accommodating all sorts of smaller and loose items like SD cards, adapters, and remotes. They can be part of the shelving unit, like in my case, or can be mounted underneath the desk for even cleaner tabletop. Next up is a notebook and a pen. Nothing beats the convenience of having a notebook in close proximity around the desk and the satisfaction of using a high-quality pen to write things down. I personally wrote down my 2023 goals and I'm ready to have some fun this year. Another item that I always keep close to me when I work on the desk is a temperature-retaining water bottle. Whether that's the Lark bottle or something more traditional, I always stay hydrated. Of course, no desk setup is complete without some decoration. From fake flowers to memorabilia, it is up to you to decide what to place on yours. Now that we have optimized all the essentials and inessentials and have elevated the desk to a higher standard, you have the chance to place your favorite gadget or toy and call your desk the ultimate desk. If you enjoyed this video, check out my other episodes of the desk setup series where we talk about things like monitor arms, mouse pads, apps, and more. Feel free to check out my latest 2 home and office desk setups for some specific items examples and inspiration, and don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel as well as my newsletter. It's been an absolute pleasure. This is Z, over and out.